מה מתקשרים לנו, על מה מתקשרים לנו לדבר.
אני?
כן, את בוחרת. אין, תגובות, אין.
לפני דקה,
כן.
על מה דיברנו?
על מה?
Justice and truth.
אומייגאד.
אין מנוס.
אומייגאד.
הכל מסונכרן.
אומייגאד. וואו. וואו.
את רוצה לספר? אני אספר.
וואו. וואו. טוב, אז זה נושא הפודקאסט שלנו היום. מהמם. נשים את הקלף פה. זה האנרגיה שלנו. וואו. מטורף.
באנגלית או בעברית?
מה בא לך? מה זורם לנו היום?
מה שבא לך.
לי אין בעיה, הכל זורם לי.
אפשר להתחיל בעברית ולהחליף את השפה כשמתאים.
סבתא שלי, רוזה, היה לה משפט קבוע, שכשכל פעם היה דיון במשפחה על צדק, אז היא אמרה, חבר'ה, צדק זה רק פלנטה, וזה שם, בשמיים. זה לא קשור לפה, זה מחוץ לפה. אז אבא שלי תמיד, שאני אומרת צדק, 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 אומר לי, צדק יש רק בכוכבים. אני שמחה שזה מצחיק אותך. אבל it is what it is, ואנשים פה, במיוחד במערכות יחסים, נאבקים על צדק, על מי צודק, מי טועה, מה נכון, מה לא נכון, מסתכלים רק מהפרספקטיבה שלהם. ואיזה מטורף, יש לי סחרחורת. התחלנו! הנה, התחלנו!
זה מעניין, כי אתמול הנושא של הצדק עלה במרחב שלי, ומה שקיבלתי בתקשור באותה שנייה שהמילה צדק נכנסה לצ'אט, זה שבסימולציה שאנחנו חיים כאן, בפלנטה הזאת, צדק זאת אשליה. ובעצם זה משחק של מלחמה. להילחם על נקודת מבט של מי צודקת. הצדק הוא נשאר בקטגוריה של תודעה שהיא דואלית. שזה אומר דואלית, צודק, לא צודק. נכון, לא נכון. טוב, לא טוב. אז בתודעה הזאת, באמת, יש או שלום או מלחמה, ותמיד דואלי, ואין מנצחים בזה. כי זה מאוד מאוד צר, אז מי שמחפש צדק, זה אם בפרספקטיבה של דואליות, מצד אחד תסתכלי זה צודק, מצד שני לא צודק. זה כמו שמסתכלים על ספרה 6, מכיוון הזה זה נראה 6, מכיוון הזה זה נראה 9. ככה זה מרגיש כשמדברים על צדק. אין יותר מה להוסיף, פשוט להרחיב את התודעה מעבר לדואלי צודק, לא צודק, ולהסתכל בפרספקטיבה יותר גבוהה, בפרספקטיבה יותר רחבה, לפרספקטיבה של שיעורים, תובנות, מעלות שיש לכל בן אדם, ואיך זה בא לידי ביטוי. וכמובן, איך כל זה קשור לאמת.
וואו. וואו. אמרת אמת, כאילו כמו אנרגיה ענקית עומדת פה בחדר, ואנשים חיים את החיים שלהם מבלי להגיד את האמת שלהם, מתוך פחד מה יקרה, מה זה יעשה, מה זה יוליד, והם לא מבינים את המשמעות של האמת במרחב, איך האמת שלנו מסדרת את כל המרחב, כשאנשים בעצם מעוותים את האמת, הם מעוותים את המרחב, ואז הסביבה צועקת, הכל בטל מבוטל קורס, וברגע שאנשים מדברים את האמת, וזה מעניין למה בכלל יש את הפחד להגיד את האמת. כאילו מאיפה הוא נובע? האם האמת היא ציר התפתחות בתוך הסימולציה כאן? האם להגיד את האמת זה משהו שאנחנו מתפתחים ממנו? כי אני אומרת, ילדים כשהם נולדים, הם אומרים את האמת שלהם. אותם זה לא... כאילו בא לי להגיד, הם בלי תבניות, בלי פחדים, בלי...
זה מדהים שאמרת, ילדים מדברים את האמת שלהם. וזה מדהים כאמת, זה לא נוסחה קבועה, זה לא משהו שהוא קבוע והתקבע. יכול להיות שהאמת שלי, נכון ל10 שניות האלה, היא X, ובעוד 10 שניות רמת האנרגיה שלי עולה, התודעה שלי מתרחבת, אני מצליחה להסתכל מזווית אחרת על הדברים, והאמת שלי יכולה להשתנות.
וואו.
ואנשים חושבים שהאמת זה איזה משהו קבוע. האמת בעצם זה מה מרחיב אותי באותו רגע ומה קל לי באותו רגע, זאת האמת שלי. אז אם יש לי מלא אנרגיה ומלא משאבים בגוף, וכרגע התודעה שלי היא תודעה רחבה, אז הכל מרחיב וקל. ויש המון המון אמת, והמרחב הוא פתוח וקל. והמון אנשים הם פשוט לא יודעים לזהות את האמת שלהם, כי המון הגדרות וקידודים מבחוץ, ודעות של אנשים אחרים, ופחדים וטראומות, והשפעות מכל מיני מקומות אחרים, משפיעים כל כך שאנשים לא יודעים לזהות מה האמת שלהם, מה קל להם, מה מרחיב אותם. אז אם מסתכלים מנקודת מבט הזאת, אז טראומות זה שקר.
טראומות
זה שקר.
זה שקר.
טריגרים זה שקר, פחדים זה שקר, כל דבר שהוא מקבץ נכון לאותם 10 שניות, זה שקר, וזה מעוות את המרחב. ואז אנשים לא מסוגלים לשמוע, כי הם שומעים עם הטריגרים, עם הטראומות, והמרחב מעוות. וברגע שמתחילים לדבר את האמת, האמת, אותה מולקולה שהיא כלילה ומרחיבה, זו אמת לאותו רגע. והבעיה מתחילה כשאנשים מתחילים להילחם על האמת, להילחם על הצדק שלהם, להילחם על המקום שלהם, להילחם שיקשיבו להם, שישמעו אותם, שיאהבו אותם, שיקבלו אותם.
בכלל, אנרגיה של מלחמה היא אנרגיה כבדה.
אנרגיה של מלחמה זאת לא אמת, זה שקר. ואם אנחנו נשאל אנרגיה של צדק, האם זה קל או כבד? האם זה מרגיש אמת או שקר? הצדק הזה שאנחנו מדברים עליו. שכל אחד תשאל את עצמו, איך זה מרגיש לו הצדק, מרחיב או מכווץ?
מעניין. ועכשיו יוצא לי קלף 33, קלף מספר 33, יש לנו פה אנרגיית מאסטר, והקלף יצא, קלף, פעם ראשונה אנחנו רואות אותו, קלף לאב.
אהבה.
מה נפתח לנו פה, דיאנה? אני רואה תכף אנחנו נגלה סיפור שלם. אני מבינה שבמקום שיש בו מלחמה על צדק, אהבה לא יכולה להתקיים.
במקום שיש בו שקרים, אהבה לא יכולה להתקיים.
כן. כן, כי כאילו האמת שלנו יכולה להביא אהבה. האמת שלנו, כשיש לנו אמת, האמת יכולה באמת ליצור אהבה, אהבה ללא תנאי. וואו, איזה קלף מהמם. וואו, תסתכלי, איזה קלף מדהים. היא מלא. איזה יפה. קלף כאילו אחר מכל מה שיצא לנו בחפיס.
זה מדהים, כי בקלף הזה יש שתי ידיים,
ראיתי.
שתי ידיים שרוצים להיפגש ונפגשים ממש פה. באמת כדי התדר של האהבה מסתנכרן עם התדר של האהבה, כשיש מרחב שהוא לא מעוות משקרים וממלחמות. כי בעצם אהבה זה ההפך ממלחמה. ההפך ממלחמה זה לא שלום, זה פשוט אהבה. כשאנחנו לא באהבה כלפי עצמנו, בפנים אנחנו במלחמה, צריך להבין את זה. והדיפולט, ברירת מחדל, בפלנטה הזאת, בסימולציה הזאת, היא מלחמה, קונפליקטים. מפה מתפתחים, עד שלא נהיים מודעים ובוחרים באמת לשחרר את כל המלחמות, את כל הקונפליקטים, ולקבל את עצמנו בלי שיפוט ובלי ביקורת. השיפוט והביקורת זה גם ההפך של אהבה. ברגע יש שיפוט וביקורת אין מקום לאהבה. וזה מדהים. וואו. 3-3,
Do you know what is 3-3 in numerology? It's a master number, 33, and 3 plus 3, it's 6. And 6, it's like a harmony. It's the complete word inside of us. Number 6, it's a magical. It's like, if you see the number, it's like a lady in pregnancy with a belly. So something is coming out from the 6, from the harmony. You can create from the harmony. Whenever you are not in harmony inside of you, you cannot create nothing. And if you do create, it's like on ashes. It's not something like with the ground, with a stable ground. So this is number 6, and it's interesting that the card love, it's on number 33. Like I see cure, I see a lot of great energy that's creating love.
33 is the number in the matrix, because everything in the matrix is numbered.
It's code.
It's coded. So 3, it's resources. So when there is a love, when we are in love, we feel a lot of resources. We feel like we can do anything. We have like a boost of energy, boost of internal resources. So 3 is resources, and 33, it's doubling the resources. This is how love is felt.
Wow. Let's pull out another card and let's see what's coming out. Opa, you wanted to come out. Interesting so much. Interesting so much. You know why? Because I see number 9. And at the beginning, at first, I saw number 6. So I said, oh, it's like 3, 3, and 6. And then, the letters here, you need to flip.
To reverse.
Yes, to reverse. And then I look and I see card number 9 and I see loneliness. So it's very so it's very interesting. It's very interesting. And the light language here is like solitude.
So it's very, very clear. A lot of people searching for love because they feel lonely. They search for someone
to feel the emptiness.
To feel the emptiness, to feel the loneliness. And they think that this is the magic for happiness, this love that is coming externally. But this is not how the way love works. Because if you are going to search from the loneliness energy for love, from something that is missing, so it will be missing in the relationship, it will be missing in the love, because first you have to be love, and then the love at the same frequency will be attracted to you. So there is no other choice that doing the inner work and searching for all pieces of ourselves that we don't love, that we don't accept, that feel empty, that feel without feeling. And when you're whole, I'm sure that with the light language, something is with the wholeness there, because in order to feel love, you have to feel complete. It's not that you're a half and you're searching for another half. You're a whole planet, you're a whole universe, and you attract another universe, and you're both a galaxy.
Wow.
This is love that's supposed to be. And in our world, every person feel like a half of energy, half of a feeling, half of everything, and they're searching for another half
to complete them.
To complete and feel whole. But the wholeness is inside. love is inside. And all the pieces that you don't feel whole, you will see a reflection in your partner.
This is the I think the best thing in the simulation here. That once you realize that you attracting the person that will reflect all the holes inside you, then you realize that this simulation, it's something nice. You are coming out of the limbo. Because, nowadays, after I'm doing a lot of inner work, when somebody, let's say, stimulate a trigger inside of me, I'm just reflecting and I'm saying, okay, so this is like a blind spot that I don't see, something unconscious that's living inside of me. And I need to observe and to understand, what does it mean? Why do I feel this way? And what this trigger trying to show me in my face, that I'm just, no, I don't want to look. I don't want to look. But this mirror is coming in front of me, telling me, look, this is you. This is you. And you see yourself through somebody. And this is a blind spot that you don't know about yourself. And I think once I realize it, that every person in my environment reflecting pieces inside of me, and whether I like it, so it's great because I see you, I see beautiful, I see gorgeous, so it's great because it's part of me. But when I see somebody that's stimulating like triggers inside of me, then this is the place when things become interesting.
Mm-hmm.
To observe, to understand, to do inner work. I think that there is no option to get outside of the limbo that people are living here, full of emotion, and they did to me. And we talked about the justice card, that he did to me like this, and I was
The blaming.
yes, I will blame somebody, and I am the victim, and he's the aggressor, and the Kaufman triangle. So as long as you are staying part of the Kaufman triangle, victim, aggressor, or savior, so you are part of the limbo. There is no creation for you here, and there is no, like when I'm teaching the card, the Damanor card, so I'm drawing like a graph of the numbers, how the numbers look like in our life. So number 4, it's part of the limbo, and this is like the exit point. So whenever you understand that this is a limbo, all of the emotion, they did to me, I did to somebody, I am a victim, he's the aggressor, and blah, 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 blah. You cannot create nothing because this is a low perspective.
You're creating more of that. It's not
More,
nothing. You're creating more of that. Mm-hmm.
This is the bad thing. This is the interesting thing of the limbo. When you are feeling something bad and you observing on something bad, then you create more and more and more and more of that.
Where your focus goes, the energy increased. The energy flows. So if you're focused on negative, you will create more negative. If your thoughts are negative, you will create more of that instead of observing the thought and choosing something else. Something else. Okay, this is that. Maybe I don't fully understand, but I don't choose it anymore. What else is possible for me now that I understand and stop pushing it away? This that I created.
They tell me, Diana, pull out a card.
This is amazing. It's a
What?
growth.
Wow. What a beautiful card. Wow. I see that today we have a new cards
Yes.
from our last meeting on Friday or Thursday. And new cards.
New, completely new energy
Completely.
because we are completely new versions of us
After Namibia.
after Namibia. When we change, the world around us changes.
Wow.
When we change, we are a different version of ourselves, different cards, different cards.
There is loneliness. It's like a whole story tale, you know? It's like justice.
It's a wholeness here within the cycle. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Yes.
So we have truth and justice. We have
Love, we have loneliness, and we have
growth.
growth.
I see like a development path from this. It's like a story tale.
It's
Oh
a
my
story
God, I
tale.
have like dizziness.
It's a story tale, right? And it's like zebra, you know? It's like zebra. It's like a justice and truth and like a dark side, and there is a love, it's a bright side, and then there's a loneliness, literally dark card, and then there is a growth, there is a light card, colorful. And if we observe without judgment on the processes in our lives, because you cannot only be in light, because this is the simulation. We have the day and we have night. So people protest the night. They're parts of the shadow inside them. They don't accept them. They try to ignore them, but it's there. So if we look on everything without judgment, then the process will be much smoother for us. And it will allow us to look from the perspective on everything without being emotionally involved. Because when we are emotionally involved, we cannot think clearly, observe clearly, act clearly. We cannot do anything. These emotions are taking over, and there is a limbo there. There is just a limbo there. And when we are able to observe without being emotionally involved, then this is another story. And then the door opens. The card is a doorway. It's just the door opens when we are in calm, in harmony, in love with ourselves. We allow ourselves to grow, to expand, then the door opens for us, our door. Because if we are living our truth, then we are attracting our love, our planet, people who talk our language. So loneliness is also an illusion, because we never alone. We have the power of our angels, of our spiritual guides, of our family, DNA family, of our soul. We are never alone, because we have so many parts of us inside of us. So we are never alone. And then we can grow from our energy, expand, and all the doorways opens if it's our doorways. If not, it's not ours, it's not our truth at this moment, and there is a better option for us. So people afraid to close doors that are not serving them anymore, that are not truth for them anymore, they're afraid. But if they
Holding
on these doors, their doors that easily opens are not available for them. They cannot see it because they're stuck with all doors. And what will allow everyone who listen to this podcast just to release the doors, the trains that are not longer their truth, that are not longer light, that are not longer serve them, so they could see their doors, their opportunities, their love, that is a match, pure match for them.
Now it's coming a picture to me. I see when someone is holding something like really strong, the hands are closed, like physically,
Yes.
the hands are closed. And whenever you are just releasing the hands, you can receive much better things for yourself. But when you are holding on, you cannot receive anything beside the thing that you are holding. So, what will allow our audience, when they are watching this podcast, to release the hands and to allow themselves receive much better options into their life? Because when you are holding something, you cannot receive anything. And beside of that, holding things without judgment and criticism, when you are holding things, it's like you are afraid of losing something. And you need to observe what you are afraid of losing, because everything is inside of you. You don't need to lose anything. Like, I think a fear, it's also illusion. Because what is fear?
And afraid of losing, it's even not ours. We are inherited from our genetic family when they lost and they didn't understand the lesson. And we are just reliving this lesson because in our genes, in our family, um, the consciousness was not broad enough to understand that. So we are reliving their fears, their illusions, their all their lessons that they didn't understand. So basically, these fears are not ours, and we are just holding. So what will allow everyone just to imagine that they put here all the fears, all the beliefs, or everything that is heavy, that is not longer in benefit. Here, just imagine that it is in our hands and just release. Just open the arms and imagine that everything that is heavy is just vanishes, just releasing. And now what is possible for you? Because there is a great sentence that it was like our Namibian logo, that there is no vacuum in the there is no vacuum in the space. So if something is there, nothing else could be attracted and fill the space. And when you're releasing, then the energy can come and fill.
It's interesting because we talked about time, we talked about space, and now the time card is coming. And you know, while you were talking, I had the picture in my mind of tapping into the feminine energy, because you talked before about emotions, and okay, I'm receiving a lot of information, so I'm just will allow myself to allow all the information coming through me.
Yes, I was waiting when the feminine topic will be.
It's about time.
It's about time. It's about
and like
time.
100. Wow, it's amazing. So, in my whole life, the perception that I had about myself, because everything is illusion, everything is a story, you know. But I thought about myself that I am a strong woman. My mother is a strong woman. And I think that today I'm observing, re-observe again about what is strong. What is to be a strong woman? And I realized that all of my life, as I choose to be a girl to my mother, I choose everything. So I see her, I looked at her as a strong woman, and I didn't realize back then, because in Namibia, when we had the retreat in Namibia, the journey, it's not a retreat, it's a journey. So we talked about a lot about feminine energy and muscular energy. And I think that I reobserve about the feminine energy in my life. It's like it was a topic, we've been on the airplane, and then like the four mothers came across, and we started to channel about mothers, 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 mothers. And then I realized that my whole perception about strong women was in terms of muscular energy. Like I don't know even what is a strong woman coming from a feminine energy. I don't know what is feminine energy. And like you said, and I think the Kabbalah model is talking about, that we have everything inside us, but when it's splitted, so there is a muscular and feminine, but inside us, there is a balance, should be a balance of muscular and feminine. And whenever we are not in balance, and for example, in my life, my whole life, and we will talk about emotions, because I think I have never allowed myself to feel something like cry. Like crying is a weakness. Like, I had that the mold that says crying, weakness. To talk and blah 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 about things, it's like wasting of time. To process something, it's a waste of time. You need to be like a muscular, you need to have a muscular energy
In order to succeed in life.
in order to succeed. Like what you're gonna do, what you're gonna say. And like I had my mother, because this is my lesson, to rebalance the muscular energy. And I think that most of the women here, but maybe not in general, like most of the women here, like it's misled about the feminine energy. And I think it's interesting, because once you are in a gender, in a body of a woman, what will allow you to feel, to process, to observe, to receive, because everything that I mentioned here is part of the feminine energy, to cry, to feel, to channel, to do everything like not in very sharp way. I love you so much. I do.
Yes. I mean, like we talked about the space and the vacuum. So basically, if you are in your space, masculine energy, it doesn't matter within female body or male body, the other part that is filled in your space, it's a feminine energy. So if you're a strong woman with a very, very strong masculine energy, so with you in the space, there will be people that either with the female energy that are processing, that are crying, that are not proacting, that are wants you to arrange dates, wait for you to be proactive, wait from you like to be the male energy. Or you have in your space another male energy that is fighting with you on the space to be an alpha, to be,
There is no space for two alphas.
and there is no space for two alphas.
We see it in the nature.
Yes. So basically, if you're a woman with male energy, with a strong male energy, then all the space around you, the people and the relationship around you will be whether filled with not לא מאוזן, not balanced female energy or even stronger male energy, so you understand that this is not your truth. This is not your truth. So basically, if you see this chaos within your space, you need to observe within, and start observing about the true female energy within you if you're in the female body, because every like soul chooses the body, the avatar, not randomly. Everything is in the divine order. So if there is like a female body, and of course everything is a choice. If you like to have, around you people that are um, um, if you like what you are creating, great. But I'm talking about people who see what they're creating in their space and they don't like it. They don't like that unbalanced energy. So first of all, everyone has to go and return to their true nature. One of the things also in Namibia, we understood that it's very clearly the nature of everything, the nature of everything, and we don't need to change our nature in order to fit in, because everything is in the divine order. So we just need to remind ourselves and remember what is our true nature, so we can with this nature adjust to the situation and not to change ourselves in order to adjust. So if we are living our truth, our nature, then the space is clear and very precise things will be attracted. But when we are trying to be someone else, when you are trying to please people, when you are trying to be strong, when you are trying to be a male instead of the female, so it's a lie. So it's heavy. So the entire space is chaos. You're creating a chaos. So the first thing that we need to do is to observe on our dads and moms, their lessons, their energy, genetic family. This is the first step to understand there, because everything that we don't understand, we recreate. Everything that we don't because then it's not us choosing, really, it's the situation that are chosen for us in order for us to develop. So we need to observe about our family very, very closely in order to understand the lessons, in order not to recreate but choose, because otherwise it triggers, it traumas, we're attracting the same lesson, the same people but with different names, the same situations, and we relive it like our parents or great parents or else. It's not even ours. We don't start living our nature, our true self, unless we first of all understand where we come from, their lessons with relationship, with love, with money, with different aspects of lives, all the lies, all the secrets in the family. And when we discover that, understand that, then we can understand who we really are without the fingerprints, footprints of our genetics. And then we can understand, okay, so this is my genetics. I'm not against it. I understand it. I understand the lessons that they needed to understand but didn't. And now it ends with me, and now I choose. And now I'm ready to see my truth and live my truth. and then see what attracts to that.
Mhm.
Oh, it looks like a lovely colors.
Yeah,
Lovely
it's like a
card.
purple colors. Dignity.
Interesting.
Dignity.
It's interesting because dignity, it's from the word dig. So you need to dig. You need to dig very, very deeply within your genes, within your soul.
I would like that we will expand the talk about the genetic. I do not mind to give myself as an example, as nowadays I'm just digging into my genetics and trying to understand the lessons that were not understand way back then, that weren't understood. And I see now in my eyes, I see my grandmother Rosa and I see my grandfather Lova, which in my perspective, they did the energy well balanced. Like I see my grandmother into the feminine energy, like I see her in a feminine energy, and I see my grandfather Lova into the super high muscular energy, which is good. No, good and not good. It's like a dual perspective. Let's say this is balanced. We see it as balanced. And then I look at my father and something and something there is like interesting to me, because if my grandfather was into his muscular energy, then what happened to my father that attracted my mother, that my mother has this high muscular energy like my father? Do you understand
Yes,
what I'm
of
saying? Okay.
course. I mean, within the space of your grandparents, it was balanced.
Yes.
I mean, okay, so the lesson was to create the balance with his family, your father's family. So there is no right or wrong, good or bad, but if he is by himself with more dominant female energy, then he will attract the male energy to his space
In order to, what is this for?
in order to develop, in order also to go to the balance. But I mean, it's a choice. If he's okay with that, with this arrangement for himself, then that's fine. You just need to acknowledge and see this is what it was balanced, this is how it looks like not balanced, and now what I choose for myself. And that's it. It's no judgment, it's not one better than another, but you can choose. You see this and you see that. Maybe you can also see in between. I mean, different in between, like it's no black and white, and then you can really choose. And what we see then, when the energy in balance, the resources are in balance. Where the resources, the money, the physical resources, the energy is balanced because the space is in balance. So then you can create a lot of resources. Because this is a transformative, like very transformational talk. It's not like we are talking, it's the energy changes and the healing occurs, and some tokens are fallen. And yeah.
So my whole life, I've been into this muscular energy. Thought that this is the, I think I didn't have any other option until my spiritual development. Like, this is what I knew. This is what I knew all my life.
Don't feel bad.
No,
we attracted because all my life I was in the female and the male energy as well. Very strong, very doer, very from the head, and the female energy is also do, but from different energy, from feeling and not only from the head, from um, just a different energy. And this is also the example I had at home. Very, I have, like in your case, you had like, you explained that your mother is a very dominant male energy, and the father, it's more dominant female energy. And in what I saw in my home is two male energies
Dominant.
dominant and meet two alphas, two leaders, two uh, doers, two successful. So it also does not work unless one of them understands what's going on and arrange the space. So what I had as an example is that.
And how does it affect our emotions? Because I remember myself all my life that emotions are weakness. So, for example, when I divorced from the father of my children, I don't think I grieved. I don't think I did. I like woke up, stand, said, okay, I realized this is not gonna happen. Okay, what's next? Again, the muscular energy. And it's interesting because last Friday, after we came back from Namibia, and the whole world has changed when we came back from Namibia. There is no other option.
We
You
changed.
need to lift the carpet and see the garbage.
Yes.
So everything I was witnessed of all the idealization that I did in my life, not to feel, not to cry, not to grieve, not to be frustrated. I tapped into those old feelings and I just collapsed. Like I was, I cried like I never cried. And when I'm crying, it's like very classic crying. It's like few tears in here and then I'm just like, pull them apart, and then I was like, Do you remember me in the airport? Like, you talk
Yes.
about very emotional. Then I was like, I will go to the toilet in a minute. I will come back. And then on Friday when I came back and I had this whole situation, so I cried. And I text to you and you said, get out of the space. Just go and feel. And I felt like I've never felt. I was like crying and I said, oh my gosh, this is how my life were looked like if I didn't do all this idealization. Like all the time from my masculine energy, I did
Being the
idealization.
strong.
Being the strong, nothing is collapsing. I'm here in charge. I'm great. I'm good. And if we talked about truth, the first card that was popping out, so this was not truth. My whole life were not truth. It was like me trying to hold everything that nothing will fall apart, and it's heavy, 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 heavy thing to do. And then I realized, like, wow, I carried on so much on my back, like a rocks on my back, and it's heavy. And what will allow me to be in my feminine energy, just to stop, to cry, to ask for help, like the things that I'm not used to do. And I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of ladies out there that will watch this podcast and will tell, okay, I'm this muscular energy. I'm not doing this and this and this and this. And maybe we can help them tap into the feminine energy just to understand. Because feminine energy is, they're drawing me like a womb. It's not just that we have a womb. We are a womb. We are like a whole universe. And I see like things coming to us. We are receiving things. This is what I see. This is the picture that is coming. So what happened that we stopped receiving things and processing emotions? For me, I'm talking about myself, that in one day after Namibia, I had to look about all my life and just to grow from this moment. To understand, like, this is not how my life this is this is not how I will like my life to be.
Mhm.
I like to be in my feminine energy, and what will allow me to be in my to discover my feminine energy, because I don't know what is a feminine energy.
It's interesting that in Namibia, all the ladies were ready to release the dominant masculine energy and tap into the feminine energy. And the males that we had just to go and be the real male energy and create from that their resources, their power, their proactiveness, their true nature. And it is amazing for me to observe the group, how the energy changes there in our group. And this is amazing because when you look at the nature, when you look at the animals, when you look how everything is natural, and how truth looks like if we stop ignoring, if we stop judging, if we just stop and observe, and we see how easy and effortless everything is, and how everything changes so fast when we allow ourselves to be who we are. And it's amazing. And of course, now our entire group having this transformation where the inside starts to balance the outside. It will take a while. Maybe it will be a little bit of a turbulence time, because when the strong energies try to balance, they create waves in the space, but it's just a matter of time. Then the space will be calm again, and then we can create more consciously from our nature, from our power, real power, and it will be amazing. I already see how it will look like, and it will be amazing.
Another card.
Yes, let's
Let's
do.
see.
We have
let's
time.
see. Yes, 1 minute. 5 minutes. We have 5 minutes. It's better than I thought.
Okay.
Okay, so you will choose. I will give you that.
The last card
last.
for today. This is our favorite. Your favorite, your daughter's favorite, my favorite. It's a big. Yes.
It's a big.
It's a big.
Wow.
Camila, Moria's daughter, when she received a crystal and it's like it's not going beyond her hand, she's not very happy. And she has like one sentence: I want big. I want big crystal. This is small.
Whoopee.
This is so, yeah. From this energy, we can really be big now. Whoa.
Wow. Wow. So we have like great 2 cards that will finish the session. Woman, feminine.
No way.
Yeah, way. Hell way.
But of course.
Of course, and divine protection. Take a
Wow.
look about those 2 cards that fell down from my cards deck, and it's safe to be in your feminine energy. It's safe. It's safe for you. Like, I would like to tell all these ladies are watching us, it's safe to be in your feminine energy. Allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to cry. Allow yourself to receive. Allow yourself to proceed. Allow yourself so much things.
To express, to be big, to channel, to connect, to dance, to feel, to be.
Feminine energy, it's a whole universe. A whole universe. Wow. Divine protection. It's like 2, 3, 4.
Amazing.
Amazing cards.
And it's a wrap.
Thank you, Dianu.
Thank you.